Hey guys, this is Full Stuff Incorporated. Remember with another discussion video? It's over the card Pot of Desires. And do I believe that this card is overrated? Well, I'll just go over it real quick. Pot of Desires is an interesting card to say the least. It shook up the game and showing how far people will go to get that +1. And seeing how it got bumped up to a secret rare, it meant $90 in price and it's still rising, yet to be reprinted. It only adds to the greed of that +1. Sounds familiar, huh? But is Pot of Desires really that good? Or is it not as good as people crack it up to be? Let's go over the pros and cons of this card. I'll go over the good side first. One, it's inherent +1. If that wasn't obvious already, it offers probably the freest draw power you can get. Yeah, kind of free. I mean, you still have to give up 10 cards, but, it's kind of free regardless. And another thing, it does not restrict you whatsoever on that same turn, other than saying you can only use this card once per turn. Cards like Pot of Duality prevent your special summoning, and Card Demise prevents you from dealing damage, and you can't special summon. So this card's pretty free. And also, yeah, it can't be freely used unless you have a 10 or less stat count or Imperial Iron Wall out. And the last thing I say is good about it, that I feel like saying about it, is that it supports OTK decks that search very well before using Desires, like the upcoming ABCs, DDDs, and Blue Eyes. And now what's bad about the card? It gets rid of 1/4 of your entire deck, which can lead to really, really big risk issues, because this deck, this card in general is just insane. I mean, getting rid of 10 cards off the top of your deck face down, you can get rid of some combo pieces. Heck, I've seen it happen before, so yeah, it's pretty risky. And another thing is that if you use Pot of Desires and draw into another Pot of Desires. That happened to me before so many times, it made me scream. But, that's my luck, I guess. Another thing is that the price is way too high. I mean, I can understand if it was like $50, $25 somewhere, but freaking $90? What the heck are they smoking? Why is it so freaking high? This thing can pay my rent 3 times after the set goes out of print. It'll go that high. My gosh. Heck, even when side decking, I found myself only finding it good game 1. And after I side, I often banish my out. So, game 2, if you're going against something like Monarchs, you're going to have a hard time if you use Pot of Desires, because you just might get rid of that card that might get you out of that situation. And the last thing I want to say is bad, is that you cannot, I repeat, cannot interact with the cards that are face down banished by this card, unless it's generic recovery, I apologize, with cards like Siphon Ward Omega or Necroface. So, my opinion on this, yes, Pot of Desires is a very, very solid card, but it is sorely overrated in my opinion, at the very least. It's very meta-defining like Soul Charge was. I mean, it will be a long time before this card gets reprinted since it just came out, but as for me, I will stick with my Pot of Duality and my Allure of Darkness since it went to 3. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys like it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, if you don't got fluff, you ain't good enough. Talk to you guys next time.